Hello everyone, am I audible? Let me know in the chat if I am audible. Hello everyone, am I audible? Banu, am I audible?
Yeah, sure. You're audible.
Welcome to the third session on Android app development using Kotlin. So I see a lot of first and second years here. So actually there are prerequisites for the session. You need to we will be sharing the recordings of the previous two sessions on Android Studio Jams. So let's get started. Banu.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, let's start the session. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the third session of Android Study Jams. So, and myself, Banu Teja from third year CSE, is here to facilitate you with this Android Study Jams program. Hello, Arsha. Is my voice is audible?
You are audible. Yes, perfectly audible.
Okay. So, yeah. And those who have joined newly to this session, welcome to Google Developer Student Club TKR set. And this is Android Study Jams program. So, we already completed two sessions on this. So, in this session, and this session is about developing apps and creating apps. So, and the prerequisites for this session is to install Android Studio as well as learning basics of Kotlin. So we'll also provide you a lot of internship opportunities on this Android development. So everyone, are you ready for this session? Okay. So guys, in this session, we are going deeper and advanced into Android development as this is the last session. So please listen carefully. So you can develop these apps by seeing our recording, and it's mandatory to develop all the apps by you that we have discussed in these sessions. So to earn a certificate also, you can use our recordings as a reference. So yeah, let's get started. So before going to develop some apps, let's see today's schedule. Yeah, we will be developing some apps like advanced birthday card, tip calculator, and scrollable list app. Yes. So now let's get started with this advanced birthday card app. So the intention of this app is, as we saw earlier, the app presents only the text like "Happy Birthday, Sam" and from Emma, right? So now you will give your own name and your friend's name here, so that the output is like "Happy Birthday," your friend's name, and from your name. So let's get started with this app. For this, let's open Android Studio, click on new project. So same as before, click on empty activity and next. So give your name to your application and given minimum SDK, that is Android 5.0, and click on finish. Yeah, let the Gradle build finish. So let's wait for it. Yeah. So now let's delete this hello world text. For that, now let me add some plain text, drag it over here and constrain them, mm, vertically as well as horizontally. Drag it over here. Now erase the name of this plain text. Give a hint to this, like enter your name. Also add one more edit text, constrain it, give a hint to it, enter your friend name, erase the name. Yeah, you could see it, right? So now let's add a button. Let's add a button here. So add a text to it, create birthday card. Yeah, now let's create our new activity from here. Click on app, then new, then click on activity, that is our empty activity. So name it as main activity 2. Click on finish. So when you click your name and your friend's name, then when you click this create birthday card button, so a birthday card is created, like we saw in our last session. So let me, yeah, this is the image, so let me copy it, then paste in my drawable. Okay, so in this second activity, let me add an image view, select our birthday card image, then constrain it. Yeah, now set the scale type of this image to center crop. Yeah, now add two text views here. Yeah, drag it over here. So increase the size of this text view. Also increase the text size to some 30 sp. Add one more text view. Yeah, drag it over here. Increase the size. Also text size, set the text size to 30 sp. Then set the gravity of this text view to right. so that the text will float at right. So yeah, now okay, so now let's start with our main activity .kt. So now let me create two variables like edit text of type edit text equals find view by id. So our dot id dot let me see the id. Yeah, so let me rename this id to your name. Yeah, and set this id to friend name. Edit text to of type edit text, which is equals to find view by id or dot id dot friend name. Yeah, next create a variable button of type button, which is equals to find view by id or dot id dot let me see the id of button. It's button. So now I'll create a set on click listener to this button. Set on click listener. So by default, the data type of text present in the edit text that we have given is undefined. So in order to access the text present in this edit text, so we need to convert the text present in this to string. So let me do that. Create a variable a, which is equals this edit text. I'll convert the text dot text to string. I'll convert this to string. Then same as here, variable d edit text to dot text, then convert it to string. So now I will check whether the two text edit text were empty or not. So if they are empty, I'm going to present a toast like enter both names. So if you are given the both the names, so then your birthday card will be created. So I'll check whether they are empty or not. So if a dot is empty or b dot is empty, so anyone from both of these is empty, I am going to present a toast like toast dot make text application context comma enter both names. Then toast dot set the length to short dot show. So what is this toast is the Android toast is used to display a sort of time notification to the user without affecting the user interaction with user interface. So the display the message displayed using this toast class displays quickly and it disappears after some time. So the message in the toast can be of type anything like a text or a string or a image. So I'm presenting a text like enter both names if the both text edit texts were empty. So I will write the else block now if they were not empty. So yeah, let me talk about this. Yeah, what is this application context? So it is the context of a current state of the application. So it can be used to get information regarding the activity and application. So and it can be used to get access to resources like databases and shared briefs and etc. So both the activity and application classes extend the context class, and this is the message. And what is this length short? It is the message of it is of type string as like a message like enter both names. So the text the toast dot length short and toast dot length long or the constant which defines the time duration for message display, and the show method of toast class used to display the toast message. Now let's come to else block. So if we enter both the names and click on create button, then the next screen or activity will be open. So that activity is our main activity 2.xml. So let me do that using intent. So intent equals to intent of this comma main activity 2 class dot Java. We'll be accessing this main activity 2 from this Java file. So this is the intent. So for storing the values, for storing these values which you have entered. So let me do store that using intent dot put extra method. So let me write some name to the text like your name comma a. So a is a text that we have entered, that is your name, and b is a text that is your friend's name. So let me store those two values in some a and b. Friend, okay, yeah. So I'll be storing this a and b values in with this name like your name and your friend's name. So let me start this activity. Start activity of intent. So this start activity method starts an instance of the class main activity 2.kt. So and that is specified by this intent which we have created here. So now let's go to our second activity, that is main activity 2. So let's we have already constructed the UI. So let me create variables like where some text view which is of type text view equals find view by id or dot id dot text view. I'll check the id of this text view. Yeah, the id is text view. So let me also check this. Yeah, id is text view too. So next, let me create other variable text view 2, also of type text view, which is equals find view by id or dot id dot text view 2. So yeah, next I will set the text uh, in this text view which comes from this, like your name and your friend's name. I will be presenting those both edit text over these both text views. So let me do that, and that can be accessed with these names. So let me do that. So text view dot text, which is equals to the text happy birthday plus get I will be accessing those both the strings using get string extra method. Sorry, intent dot intent dot get string extra, that is your friend's name, plus exclamatory mark. Next I will do same for text view dot text view 2 dot text which is equals to from plus intent dot get string extra, that is your name. Yeah, so let's try to run our emulator now. Let's try to check. Mm, let's wait till the Gradle build finish. Yeah, our app is installed. So let's try to enter your name, like Raj. Next, some Hari. Let's try to create birthday card. Yeah, as you can see, happy birthday Hari from Raj, right? So let's give a space over here. Let's try to run it again. Yeah, give a name like Raj and Hari. Create birthday card. Yeah. Happy birthday Hari from Raj, right? So this completes our app. So yes, now let's get started with this tip calculator app. So to develop this app, let me create a new project. Yeah, click on empty activity, then next, finish. So let's see our UI first. So as per the user interface, we have to add an edit text over here, then a simple text view, then a group of radio buttons over here, then a switch button and normal button, then also to present the total amount. So we need to use a text view over here. Yeah, let me delete. Okay, now let me add a plain text over here. So constraint it. So erase the text and give a hint to this, like cost of service. So I'll go to the code and make this as match parent. Yeah, also I'll give a margin to this constraint layout, that is some 10 dp. Yeah, yeah, then after cost, let me add a text view, constraint it vertically and horizontally. So add a text like this. How was the service? Yeah, set the width to match parent for this also. Yeah, then we should add this radio button. So for that, I'll add a radio group. Yeah, a radio group. First, let me constraint it. Yeah, let me drag it over here. Set okay, set the width as match parent and height as some wrap content. Yeah, now I will add radio buttons to this radio group, like some 3 buttons. Here is radio button. Okay. Hmm. I'll constrain it only vertically. Yeah, I'll use some 5. After adding these buttons, let me add a switch button. Here is the switch, so add it over here, constraint it. So set this width also match parent. Yeah. Next, add a text like round the tip. Yeah. Let me drag it this towards upward. Then add 3 radio buttons. Yeah, it's fine now. Then I'll add a button, normal button, constrain it, drag it over here, and yeah, set the width as match parent. Then yeah, add a text view down here. So constrain it now. Yeah. Also make the width match parent. Also now set the gravity of this text to right. Yeah. And name the text as tip amount. So replace the text with tip amount. Yeah. As you can see, our UI is constructed. Yeah. Now let's complete our main activity. So for that, let me create find view by IDs first. So var cost, it's of type edit text. Uh, this is the cost of type edit text, which is equals to find view by ID or dot ID dot. Let me see the ID for this. Yeah, replace the ID with like cost. Now let me access the ID. Then var switch for accessing the switch button of type switch, which equals find view by ID or dot ID dot. Check the ID for this switch button, make it a switch. Okay, let it be a switch one. Switch one, then create a variable button of type button, then find view by ID or dot ID dot button. Is that correct? Yeah, ID is button. Now let's now access the text view present at last of type text view, then find view by ID or dot ID dot text view. Sorry, this ID is text view too. Yeah. So now I'll take a variable like final amount, which is a double value. So I'll first initialize it to 0.0. Then now I'll set the on click listener for button. So before going to complete this, now let me create a function here. Take a function, name it as some total amount. It's of okay. It has some parameter like amount of type int, and this returns double value. Yeah. Now here I'll take a variable like tip percent. Yeah, before that, I'll name the text over here like amazing 20% of total cost. If you are given the service as amazing, then amazing and next is good, right? Text good, it's 18%. Then this okay, it's of some 15%. Yeah. So let me set the tip percent. It's of type double, which is equals to some 0.0. Now let me take a radio group pattern. It's of type radio group, which is equals to find r dot id dot. Let me check the id of radio group. Yeah, I have not given any id, so radio group. Yeah, let me access that. Id is radio group. Then so I'll check whether you have given the service as amazing or good or okay. So let me check that using if. So if radio group dot check the button, if you have clicked the button, so let me access that, which is equals to r dot id dot, yeah, radio button 4. So let me see the id. Okay, this is radio button 6. So if this radio button is clicked, then let me set the tip percent to 20%, right? So 20% is nothing but 0.20. Then I'll write another if. So if here the radio group dot check equals to r dot id dot radio button 5. So if this button good is clicked, then I'll set the tip percent to 0.18, 18%. Same as now, else I'll set the tip percent to 0.15. Now if suppose the your bill is 500, so if you want to give a tip of 20%, that is amazing. So what is the total amount of it? So it is some 500 plus 20% from 500, right? So it's like some 500 plus some 100, so total amount is 600, that is to be paid to them. So let me now return the total amount, that is amount plus amount into this tip percent. Yeah. So this amount, if suppose you are given your bill is 500, so 500 plus 500 into some 20% if you have given amazing to the service. So let me access this in this on click listener. So let me now create a val, some amount of, it's of type int, which is equals to cost dot text, right? Like to string, convert to string, then as it is a number I'll convert to integer. Yeah. So this is the amount of your bill. So I'll be passing this amount to this function. So this function returns the total amount including the tip. So let me call the function. For that I'll access final amount, which is equals to total amount. That is our function. I'm calling the function of this amount. So after that I'll check whether this switch button over here, that is to round the tip. So if this switch button is clicked or not. So for that I'll write an if statement. If switch is clicked, that is checked, equals to true. If the switch button is clicked, then I will set the text view text as a dot set text, like some total amount is dollar, then flower braces, final amount dot final amount dot round to. We are having this function to round an integer. So I'll round the total amount if the switch button is clicked. Else I'll simply present the text, that is I'm now not rounding the text. I'm simply representing the total amount. So let me try to run the app. So Gradle build is running. Let's wait. It's taking time, so let's wait. Be patient. Yeah, I think it's installed. Okay, I think it's merged. Let's try to run it again. Mhm. I think what was problem? I think it's fine, but oh, I think I had some problem with my emulator.
Banu,
So
why don't you uninstall the app and install it again? I think emulator is not responding.
yeah, yeah,
Like it's clearly visible in the text view, right? Like
yeah. I think no response from them later. So let's start with our next app. So that is our scrollable list app. For that, let me create an empty activity. So yeah, this is our scrollable list app. For that, we have some 10 images. So copy all of them. So and I have downloaded those images from Code Lab from here. Harsha, you can please share the link. So I'll copy them in my drawable folder. I think Gradle build is finished. I'll remove hello world. Then I'll add recycler view to this. I'll constraint vertically and horizontally. Then now let me create a new layout, that is new layout resource file, and name it as list. So this is a list. In this list, I'll add an image view, mm, which I have pasted in the drawable folder. Set okay, constraint it, then add a text view, drag it over here, then set the text view width as match parent. Also, I'll give a margin like 10 dp. Yeah. Now I'll set the layout, that is constraint layout height, as wrap content. Yeah. So now let me write a list item, that is our layout list that we have created. So yeah, as we can see, our image as well as text is being inflated in this layout. So we have completed with this UI part. So now let's go to our main activity. Now let me create a variable like recycler view. It's of type recycler view, which is equals to find view by id or dot id dot. Let me give the id to this recycler view as some rv. Yeah, or dot id dot rv. Then I'll create a class item which has constructors like var image, it's of type int, and var text of type string. So in this on create method, let's create a list interface of type class item. It has 10 different images and 10 different strings. So let me create those items. Val a, it's of type list of these elements are of type class. I'll access the images from drawable folder like order.drawable dot image one, and then I'll present a string like I am strong. As we see here, I'm strong. Then comma, I'll create one more item. It's of images of some image too. So like that, let me create 10 items. Let me name those images 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you can write the text as you wish, as you want. So I'll write hey, some hello, like this you can write. So after that, let me set the layout manager to linear layout manager. So recycler view dot layout, sorry, layout manager, which is equals to linear layout manager of this class. So this layout manager is responsible for measuring and positioning the item views within a recycler view, as well as determining the policy for when to recycle item views that are no longer visible to the user. So by changing the layout manager on a recycler view can be used to implement standard scrolling list or any grid list that we want, and several stock layout managers are provided for general use. So this is a linear layout manager, which this linear layout manager arranges the items in one column or one row based on orientation. So for example, horizontal linear layout manager will place the items from left to right in one row. So we are creating in a vertical manner here. So then let's create an adapter view here. So rv dot adapter, which is equals to adapter class of this comma a the list. So I'll create a class. I'll create a class which will extract to separate file. Click on OK. Yeah, or a new class that is adapter.kt. Uh, So this is a class adapter. This class extends the recycler view dot adapter, which has a parameter like adapter dot view holder class. So now let me create the view holder class within this adapter class. So a recycler view is a group view that renders adapter based view in a similar way. So one of the reasons that recycler view has more extensible framework is especially since it provides the ability to implement both horizontal and vertical layouts. So we use this recycler view widget when you have like data collections whose elements can change at runtime. So if you want to use a recycler view, you need to work with this recycler view dot adapter. So this recycler view dot adapter is used to handle the data collection and bind it to the view. So we will be passing the parameter is that is of type adapter class and view holder. So this view holder class, it describes an item view and data about its place within the recycler view. So recycler view dot adapter implementation should subclass view holder, and this fields for used for catching potential views. So this view holder class also extends the recycler view dot view holder class. So this view holder has a constructor like view. It's of type view. Yeah. So this recycler view dot view holder class that has a field that is a final view. It says that on bind view holder method should update the contents of the view to reflect the item at the given position. So now an error is showing up. So click on alt enter. So click on implement members. So you implement these all three members. Yeah, these are the three members of this class adapter. So this is on create view holder. So this creates a new view holder when there is no existing view holders which the recycler view can reuse. So for instance, if your recycler view can display 5 items at a time, so it will create some 5 to 6 view holders, then automatically reuse them, and each time calling on this bind view holder method. So let me create a variable val which is equals to layout inflate. I'll inflate our list .xml file. So from let's add val before this parameters from this main activity dot inflate. I'll inflate our class, our file or dot layout dot list xml file. Then set parent comma attach to root as fall. So this layout inflator is a class used to instantiate layout xml file into its corresponding view objects, so which can be used in java programs also. So in simple terms, there are two ways to create ui in android. So one is a static way, another is dynamic way. So from we need to get the context that we get from a view group that is passed through this on create view holder. So next is inflate. So inflate means reading a layout xml. So often this given as a parameter, so or to present the views in our user interface. So this process happens in an activity or a fragment. So I am inflating my list.xml, then also pass the view group that is parent group, and the next make it as false because we don't want this custom view with parent view. So and this view is passed to the view holder class of this view as an argument. Now let's return our view holder of view. Yeah, now let's complete this. So this get item count will return the size of the list, that is a dot size. Then here is onbind view holder. So this onbind view holder is called by recycler view to display the data at the specific position. So let me write holder dot bind view. It's a function. I'll create it. So I'll pass the position, a of position. I'll create a function in this view holder class. Find fun bind view. This has a parameter, some variable z. It's of type item. Yeah. So this so bind view function is called here. So let me set before that yeah, let me create two variables, that is where image, it's of type image view, which is equals to view dot find view by id or dot id dot image view, that is our image, and also the text view, the id is text view. Let me create text view of type text view, then write view dot find view by id or dot id dot text view. So when this function bind view is called, I'll set this image dot set image resource to z dot img. So this image comes from this class, that is img. So image will be inflated here, and also I'll inflate the text view dot text to z dot text. So this text which comes from this class. So let me run my emulator. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, our images have been inflated with also with this text view. So this completes our app. So yeah, thank you guys for joining the session. Harsha, yeah,
It was a
uh,
long session.
yeah, I'll
Hope you
resolve
guys got.
the issue maybe in our next session.
Sorry, Banu.
I'll resolve the issue. I mean that issue with the
Yeah,
tip
yeah,
manipulator
yeah,
app,
sure, sure.
and I'll share also in WhatsApp group.
So, guys, these are the three sessions we planned. So, further, we will be sharing the resources if you want to deep dive into Android development. And also, there is a Flutter workshop which is going to start from 15th. If you guys are interested, can register for it. And the recording for the three sessions will be shared. Any doubts? Or anyone want to speak up something? I will give you the host access. Let me know in the chat. Ritesh, Raghuram, Shreya. Any doubts, guys? Or want to speak up something? regarding Android or any other programs. Let me give you the host access. Oh.